special show titled What's Ailing Rural India. I'm Farah Bukwala Vora and I have travelled into the deep interiors of Maharashtra to arrive in Yavatmal, Vidarbha's largest district. This 4-part series is an attempt to provide an insight into the problems plaguing Yavatmal's economy today and highlights what the Modi government needs to do to fix it if it wants to stay true to its development agenda. First up is a story on how the recent agrarian crisis in the region has impacted demand and consumption. Things were going well for 52-year-old Rajeshwar Niwal until the drought struck Yavatmal last year and destroyed the kharif crop. A dealer of Hero two-wheelers, Niwal saw sales fall as farmers began pulling the plug on discretionary spending. Now with unseasonal rains hitting Yavatmal and destroying the Rabi crop as well, things have turned even more bleak.
Today we have entire two-wheeler industries dropped by almost 10 to 15% over the last year. And as far as two-wheeler dealer as a Hero, we drop like 5% over the April to February.
A little distance away is Niwal's tractor showroom, which deals in Japan-made Kubota tractors. Niwal claims that until last year, his tractors were only available upon booking and deliveries took 2 to 3 months. This year, however, footfalls have dried up. Niwal's plight is a reflection of Yavatmal's socio-economic reality. According to Maharashtra's latest economic survey, the per capita net income of Yavatmal in 2013-14 was the lowest amongst the 5 districts that together make up the Amravati division. Here's why. 70% of Yavatmal's population is directly dependent on agriculture for their livelihood, and cotton is its main cash crop. Income in this district has been severely impacted because of successive years of crop failure, high cost of production, poor productivity and stagnating minimum support prices. The crash in global cotton prices due to a glut has only worsened the situation. And this year, inclement weather conditions have become the proverbial straw that broke the camel's back.
खेतीबाड़ी में इस साल में तो कुछ भी नहीं हमको बचा.
When rural incomes fall so low, it's not just discretionary spending that takes a hit. Even essential commodities don't find as many buyers. 45 kilometers away from Yavatmal, Kurshan Bhangi Rathor runs a kirana store in one of the dusty bylanes of Shivni, a hamlet comprising 600-odd hutments. Rathor says he has never seen a year as bad as this one.
खरीदने की ताकत बोले तो उनकी ताकत बहुत कम हो गई है. टाइम पे ले जा रहे हैं, टाइम पे खा रहे समझो वो. ये पहले जैसे नहीं है कि भाई ठोक ठाक ले जाती थी.
For Shivni's residents, the new government's approach towards the poor is even more disheartening. 35-year-old Badhu Dasrat Jadhav operates the Fair Price shop in Shivni, which provides subsidized food grains to each family. The National Food Security Act 2013 was implemented in Maharashtra on the 1st of February 2014. According to it, beneficiaries under the Antodaya Anna Yojana are entitled to receive 35 kilograms of food grains per family per month at rupees 2 per kilogram of wheat and rupees 3 per kilogram of rice. Jadhav says last year, the quantum of food grains declined to 30 kilograms per family and last month it further dropped to 24 kilograms.
ये इसमें बोल रहे हैं अब और क्यों कम हो गया, ऊपर से ऐसा कम आ रहा है बोलते. अब हम क्या करेंगे बोलो.
महीने का खर्चा बढ़ गया है. महीने का खर्चा बोले तो दुकान से लाना पड़ता गऊ चावल.
To make up for the shortfall, families are now forced to buy from kirana shops, where they pay 4 to 5 times as much. What is worse is the quality of food grains offered under the public distribution system, infested with parasites and unfit for human consumption.
खाना ही पड़ता ना, मुझे ये नहीं है ना, खर्चा बाहर से लेंगे तो खर्चा बहुत बढ़ता.
This brings us to the question, what are the risks that arise out of a prolonged fall in disposable incomes in rural India?
Unless and until there is a concerted effort in terms of improving the situation in essential inputs into the agrarian dynamics, there will always be a danger that people will be pushed further down the rank in terms of, their so far their income levels are concerned.
Given the vagaries of agriculture, experts say it is time the government creates multiple avenues to reduce the dependence of farmers on farming for their sustenance. The Vijay Kelkar Committee report on the regional imbalances in Maharashtra has solutions to this end. It recommends that banks should offer loans to the youth in Yavatmal at the minimum rate of interest to acquire skills in areas such as dairy farming, horticulture and sericulture. It also recommends that banks offer business loans from 5 to 10 lakh rupees to support such businesses. But while the new government is taking its time to evaluate the recommendations of the panel, experts say decisive action is the need of the hour. In Yavatmal with camera persons Vaibhav Mane and Sunny Paswan, Farah Bukwala Vora.
Has the UPA government's flagship employment scheme, the Manrega, snatched away the primary livelihood of farmers? Let's find out.
For 29-year-old Ganesh Bapurao Shinde, despair has become a constant companion. He was among 10 cotton farmers from Shivni village in Maharashtra's Yavatmal district who were granted permits to sink a 30-foot well on their farms in 2012 under the Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act. But the work that began with much excitement 3 years ago remains unfinished due to bureaucratic red tape.
मैं सरकारी इंजीनियर को बुला के लेके आया, इंजीनियर को बताया मैंने, भैया मेरा पूरा कुआं हो चुका है, तुम रिकॉर्डिंग करो और एस्टिमेट बना के मेरे को बिल निकाल के दो। इंजीनियर एक गए, दो तीन इंजीनियर बदली हो गए समझो।
Shinde feels the government has let him down. Not only did he invest 1 lakh rupees into sinking the well, he borrowed 2 lakh rupees from a bank, and that loan is now due for repayment. However, instead of the full reimbursement promised by the government, he has received only 30,000 rupees so far. Shinde is not alone. Badhu Dasrat Jadhav, who owns a small farm a few kilometers away from Shinde's and is also the owner of a fair price shop in Shivni, says that while his well is at an advanced stage, the government has not acknowledged his labor invoices.
मार्च महीना आ गया, उन्होंने तो अक्टूबर नवंबर से चालू कर दिया उनका प्रोसीजर मस्टर निकालने का, लेकिन फिर भी आज मार्च एंडिंग आ गया, अभी फिर भी हमारा एक भी मस्टर नहीं आया।
The government meanwhile is playing past the buck. The block development officer overseeing disbursements blames the delay on a shortage of engineers who are in charge of recording measurements and authorizing labor invoices raised by the farmer.
हमारी तरफ जो मस्टर आया ना, मस्टर का पेमेंट कभी भी रुकता नहीं और हम रुकाते नहीं।
But even the numbers from Manrega's website do not support the officer's claims. In FY15, for instance, no payments were disbursed for work done in Shivni village within 15 days of requisition.
The most scathing criticism against the Manrega is that it has become a Frankenstein's monster. Farmers say that for a scheme that was expected to provide an alternate means of livelihood, the Manrega has in fact threatened their primary livelihood from farming. That's because with all their money stuck in projects such as these and a ballooning debt pile, they simply do not have the money to plow back into the fields.
Adding to the pain is the fact that these unfinished wells, apart from taking up money and time, have also not helped when it comes to farming.
Farmers say that had these wells been built on time, it would have been a game changer for Vidarbha, 90% of which is still under dryland farming. Had their lands had enough water, they could have looked at growing gram or soya bean once cotton farming was over.
For the farmer, there's no light at the end of the tunnel. Some may hold on to hope that the new government at the centre will expedite payments. But after Prime Minister Narendra Modi took a pot shot at the Congress in Lok Sabha saying,
मेरी राजनीतिक सूझबूझ कहती है कि मनरेगा कभी बंद मत करो। मैं ऐसी गलती नहीं कर सकता हूं, क्योंकि मनरेगा आपकी विफलताओं का जीता जागता स्मारक है।
Others are not so sure. In Yavatmal with camera persons Vaibhav Mane and Sunny Paswan, Farah Bukwala Vora.
It's time for a short break. Stay tuned.